I dropped the vial, and it rolled out in front of everybody else. I was a kid, I called out to my friend, I got nervous. I said, Philip, I think I dropped my cologne. And I got a really big laugh. And I realized that's why I started comedy, because I killed in the bathroom at Thunder's on Route 25A. Hi, you guys are cute, holy shit. I've never had a three-way. I would love to watch the four of you have sex, though. What does that say? You want a hot body, you want to live fancy, you better work, bitch. Fuck you, I like Taco Bell, my God. So much pressure from you people. I got into it with my sister today. She lives on Long Island. She's listens to that fucking AM radio, that conservative stuff. She's one of those people who's obsessed with terrorism. She's sure of another terrorist attack. She wants me to move out of the city. Donna calls me at least once a week. Oh God, Frank, we don't know who these people are. Some of them are black, some of them are white. Most of them look like you. It's amazing being racially profiled by a sibling as a member of Al-Qaeda. So I'm on this flight to LA a few weeks ago, and every time I get up to stretch my legs or use the restroom, this little blonde white woman is literally growling at me. I get up, literally, like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I feel this tension. Like, I get it, I know what I look like, but I felt vulnerable. I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. So I had to break the ice, and I walked over to her, and I said, excuse me, miss. Have you told Allah you love him today? Have you told Allah you love him today? It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Allah is great. Hummus. Look at my body language like I'm at an open call for Wicked, waiting for my I love it. I was just in Wyoming. A gay thing, an LGBTI, ABCBD, like one of those. Those women out there don't fucking fool around. Holy shit. 22, 33, 40, hike! It's like that kind of, it's very diverse, and it's a thing, it's different. But after the show, an hour under the stars, this man walks over to me and goes to me, hold on a second. And I said, yeah. He goes, are you a homosexual? And I said, excuse me. He goes, no, are you a homosexual? And I was like, yeah, didn't you like listen to my set for an hour? Yeah, well, you don't look gay. I love that. Like, you don't look gay. And I get that constantly. This is from a gay guy. You don't look gay. You don't look gay. Why? Because I'm not hanging from a tree in Georgia? You don't look gay. You don't look gay. You should see what I can do with a fire hydrant. I love the way you all groaned like you're defending the conservatives in Texas. Oh, that's okay. God, if only the missiles were aimed at them first instead of us. So, what the fuck was I gonna say? Are you drinking? Because I'm sober. What is that? It was a margarita? Wow. What's your name? Fulp? Fulp? Philip. So it's 2 syllables. Philip. I was like, oh my God, if I'm talking to a retarded person, with want me to kill myself. Fulp. What do you do? What do you do? Nothing? That's not true. Do you do something you're not into, like you're embarrassed of it? Sex work. What do you do? I don't give a shit. I lost interest. It's so hard. Not an easy conversation. Do you smoke pot? You do? Do you? You smoke pot? I love that. Like over there, it's legal, like where I just was. They smoke pot, they're doing food pairings. Remember how we had the pretentious food pairings with wine? This Pinot Grigio goes well with the trout. It has notes of gamey meat and rock. They're doing food pairings with pot in Colorado, which is my favorite fucking thing. This goes well with Frosted Flakes. This goes well with a burrito supreme with no tomato. This goes well with Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon and hospice care. Fucking love you. Who's laughing like that? I feel like when Mary went blind on Little House on the Prairie. Ah, I'm blind. I'd have a fucking special tomorrow because they want to embrace diversity. Look at my left hand resting on 32 pounds of artichoke dip that I've gained. Look at it. Look at it. Like I have a palsy. I still do okay. You know, I still do okay. A palsy. I am sweating. I feel like an extra in 12 Years a Slave. Oh yeah, get mad. I went to grad school with Lupita. She won an Oscar and she's on the cover of Glamour. And I'm standing in front of this curtain that I don't even know what the fuck that is. So Lupita can take a joke. I was with my niece. What the fuck is that in the air? Who's smoking a thing? Is it you again? Oh, it's a candle. I thought you were vaping. I was going to say I'd rather have cancer because I'm so embarrassed from those things. You blew a candle out. See how hostile I got? You know what it is? I'll explain it. It's kind of at the end of this joke. I'll explain it. I was in a check spot. You know those horrific things where you can't back up? You're driving around, innocent, just you and a bottle of Dewar's. Then all of a sudden there are those cones. And first, I see the cop, and it was a woman. She's Korean. She's like 5'1". I was like, oh my god, I got off easy. It's her turn to go on break when my pathetic 2004 Camry pulls up. This monstrosity comes over. He looked like Mr. Clean, but straight. Comes over to the car. Okay, leans down, like literally, his head is the size of a medicine ball. Leans down next to me. He sounds like the Allstate man. He goes, "Where you coming from? Where you going to? Where you coming from? Where you coming from?" I was so uncomfortable, I didn't know what to do. I wanted to go like... Like, is this supposed to scare me? Because it kind of like made me feel vulnerable and like he cared. It kind of like, it like brought out like my feminine side. Because I'm sick and tired of being the daddy. That was my point. You know what I mean? Like, I do okay when you look like this, but after a while it's like, you know, I really want you to pick me up and carry me to the bed. I'm like, hire a fucking escort. Because I didn't have this sewn shut. You know what I mean? Hi. Look at the way your arms are crossed and how not emotionally present you are. I bet you have abs. You don't have abs. You have the kind of abs you can kind of see through the shirt. What's your vice? Do you have a vice? Weed?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Weed whack.
Weed whack? Like you love weed whacking the fucking lawn? Weed concentrate? Oh my god, what the fuck is happening to me? Weed concentrate? Concentrate! I'm fine, I can drive. Concentrate. What do you do?
I'm a server at Sean George.
Oh, that's fucking hard. Do the managers wear that stupid fucking Madonna microphone like you're important? I need a lemon torta on 43, like that kind of shit. I hate them all, I want to watch them die. Because I worked in restaurants for years, they're horrific people. Those managers, they're horrible people. Are any of them here? My sister's annoyed because, like, here's the thing, I use humor to survive. It's really like, I'll joke about anything, and it's because of the road, it's been rough. But if we laugh about stuff, it's gonna be okay.
Hopefully.
I had to help my niece with her math homework. She had to write a word problem. Remember like Dick and Jane, Peaches and Apples? I thought it would be cute to use my adult biography to help my niece Alexandra with her math homework. Frank had 4 funerals in 5 years and bought 3 suits. If he started at a 42 regular, and gained 13 pounds after each tragedy. What size tarp did Frank wear the last time? So I'm like being really nice to my nephew because I feel like he's going to be the only one left when I'm in ICU at the end. You have to worry about that shit. Johnny and I will probably break up. We haven't touched each other since 2007. You have to think about those things. Who else is going to bring me Burger King when I'm in the home? I hope I remember that. If I were a female comic, that would have gotten an applause break. If I were Kathy Griffin or Chelsea Handler or Margaret Cho, I have to remember that. Burger King home. So, my nephew is that kind of fucking millennial attached to the phone, constantly attached. It's a soulless existence. We're all at Christmas time. We're around the table. My sister's like, remember when Mom used to make that lemon meringue pie? When everybody was here. Weren't holidays so beautiful? And my nephew's like, the service in here really sucks. It's ruined my fucking Christmas. Dead inside. Dead. So I'm trying to be nice to him. So I took him to the mall to get him good so he's by my bed in hospice care. And we go to Roosevelt Field Mall on Long Island, and I see a young woman wearing a t-shirt that said, "Normal people scare me." I thought that was so sweet. I walked over to her and I said, "I really like that shirt!" She ran away because she was a fucking liar. I feel like my nephew would be next to my hospital bed and I'd be like, "Michael, I can't breathe." And he'd be like, "I cut your lifeline. If you die, it'll totally go viral on Instagram. Look at my father. Hashtag coming in." It's a very white crowd. See, yeah, people of color are back there, the people that are loose and having fun. I heard something up front like, does somebody have a speech impediment? Because I'm going to kill you if you do. Where are you? Was that you making those noises? You're so cute and innocent and young. What's your name?
Larry.
Larry?
Yeah.
Where are you from? Puerto Rico. I thought you were going to say like, Europlandia. I thought you were going to say like Romania. Or something. Exotic like that. Like Puerto Rico's not exotic with palm trees and those windows with the slats. I am white. I never really understood when like Richard Pryor, my idol when I was a kid, Richard Pryor, Gilda Radner, those little comedy heroes. Now you have somebody with like a boombox on Comedy Central like, "Let me see your genitals." Like, I don't fucking get it. Those people were funny. It was amazing. But Richard Pryor would make fun of white people with the voice. We were in quite a conundrum. My mother sounded like Fred Flintstone. We were Italian, and she had those arms. They weren't fat, but they were those Italian arms that are like meant for pounding veal. Big fucking Italian arms, sounded like Fred Flintstone. Get in the car! Like that kind of thing is like normal. And now I live in the New Brooklyn. I just got goosebumps. It's nauseating to talk about. I'm behind this couple on Bedford Avenue. He's tall, maybe 135 pounds. Has a blousy Cyndi Lauper t-shirt on. His hair is piled up on top of his head in that man bun. Looks like Linda Ronstadt in the late 70s. Looks like an exhausted New Jersey housewife. I dropped the kids off at 2:30. There's a roast in the crock pot. I picked up your shirts from the dry cleaners. Dan, tonight is my ceramics night. I need you to be emotionally present. Man bun. And the girlfriend looks like an angry clown. She has a neck tattoo, fucking crew cut, and those chunky black 1950s Buddy Holly plastic glasses, those that make her look special ed. In her head, she thinks I'm redefining beauty. You could prop her up in a cornfield and she would scare away the fucking crows. White. And I'm behind them, and I hear him go to her. I'm behind them, I'm listening, I hear him go to her, and I'm judging them, hating them, because they have more money than I do. And I hear him go, "Iris, sometimes I think you're just a little too sensitive. And I don't want to say don't be so sensitive, because that isn't fair either." So, my parents were married for 52 years. If my dad ever spoke like that to my mother, "Jill, sometimes I think you're..." My mother would have said, "Slap on some lipstick and grow some balls, bitch!" Because real people don't talk like that. I realized recently the blondes really do have more fun. It's because they're white and no one bothers them. That used to get a bigger laugh before the election. Please, God, let him get impeached. Where is a Manson girl when you need one? Nobody gets it. Squeaky Fromme shot the president in the 70s, Gerald Ford. So let me just take it. I mean, this doesn't like, you haven't been laughing enough for me to use this tape. So let me just hear a round of applause. Who would kind of embrace it if Trump were shot? Okay. Good. So now I'll move on. My first college roommate was named Maxwell Britton III. And we moved in together, freshman year. I overheard him on the phone. "Hello, mother. I've got a very colorful roommate. Like something out of the Sopranos or the Corleone family. And after I shot him, I called my mother. Mom, what's the story? What race are we? And she said, shut up, we're white! Because she knew we just made the cutoff. Well, the stage really has pizzazz to it. There's some cute little black globs of gum. Whatever the fuck they are. Oh, God, I went to Yale Drama School and now I'm a food addict. So, am I getting the light or is someone taking pictures? I see like a little Holocaust train. Oh, that's just pictures. I always wanted to know what it felt like to be Jewish. I'm never going to have a Mercedes, so that light helped me get closer to it. I've been making fun of my own people. The Italians, they're all Republican. They're hideous. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Like my Uncle Pete, with the transgender, his view on transgender came across when we were waiting for the lasagna to be done, I don't know, 2 holidays ago. Oh, be what you want to be what you want to be, wear a princess dress, suck dick. I'm like, your compassion is amazingly overwhelming. Thank you. If that's geared towards me, I am not transgendered. I would look like a lunch lady, but thank you very much. One of them told me not to handle the donuts when I was in high school, because I was probably looking for the Boston cream with the most crap in it. So, do you wax? You don't? You don't wax your butt or anything like that? I never understood that. It always made me want to vomit, like when people wax. Like if somebody has stubble growing in and stuff like that, I just can't. I can't do it. Like, what's your thing? What grosses you out? Please tell me if the stool is not formed enough when they poop on you. Can you imagine? Yankee boy, come on now, get back in the cage. Fuck yeah, daddy's boy. Fuck yeah. Body odor? Oh, that's a deal breaker or a good thing? That's a deal breaker. So you don't mean like man funk, you mean like, whoa, what the fuck? You smell like my art teacher in 8th grade, Mrs. Bennett body odor. Why is she here? Everybody got quiet. She probably smells better now than ever because there's no skin left on her skeletal thing. Skeletal thing. I don't get the gay icon thing. I play a Gibson Les Paul I've always loved. Oh God, Kiss, Iron Maiden, Led Zeppelin, The Runaways. Like I was always a rocker since I was a little kid. So like when everyone's like, Beyonce lost, I was like, boo-hoo, what the fuck did she do without the 20,000 fucking producers and designers and wig people? Like I don't get it. So I never really understood the gay icon thing, but now I am home during the day and I watch daytime television. And I found my gay icon. It is the barefoot Contessa on the Food Network. If you don't know who she is, she's this kind of chubby little Jewish lady who lives in a $1 billion mansion. She's an absentee husband. She has a huge gay following. And she's completely disconnected from reality. She's delusional and mental. She's so fucking rich. Today we're gonna make lemon bars. I have about half a cup of lemon juice. If you don't have lemon juice, don't worry about it. You can use some vodka or liquefied Molly and no real difference. Michael and Miguel are coming over. They're gonna help Jeffrey come out of the closet. Won't Jeffrey be surprised to see that we're not having roast chicken again? So I'm gonna turn up the volume on this lobster bisque. My friend Anna's coming over. Her family owns the Atlantic Ocean. Don't you want to be friends with her? Don't you want to fucking walk on the beach with her in those fucking denim XXL shirts that... I got an email about Queer Eye for the Straight Guy 2 weeks ago. I guess I can talk about it now because I don't think I got called back for it. I was like, how are you going to update it? Are we going to be the accessory? Like, I'm not like the way Kathy Griffin always calls us my gays. Like, I was watching old clips of it, and granted, we had no representation back then, but I don't really need another show today where someone walks in and says, was there an accident here? Because all I see are skid marks. Like, we don't need that anymore. We're done. We don't need it. I was like, so how are you going to update it? Are you going to like have a little bit of diversity? And they were like, yes, this time we're not going to have 5 gay guys. We're going to have diversity as far as race. And I was like, but how are you going to portray us? And I tried to explain what I meant. And she was like, well, those are really interesting questions. I'll see what I can do. And I talked to them. And I never heard from them again. So, what the? Did somebody snore, or what was that fucking noise? Because it sounded like my chihuahua. Was that like a judgy thing? Yeah. I love that, because you tell straight people you do stand-up, they're like, when can we come and see you? You tell gay people, they say, are you funny? Are you funny? Not as funny as when your mom put lipstick on you to stop the tears. Okay. Not one famous gay guy, lots of famous gay ladies. Think about it. So, if you do this, something's wrong with you. Like if you're on stage telling jokes, something went wrong emotionally during your formative years. So I'm thinking about really loving parents. I mean, she was a brute, and he worked nights. And anyway, I realized what it was a few years ago. It was my grandmother when they would drop me off at her house every weekend. Remember? It was just Christmas time, and they show, besides Christmas Carol, what do they show on repeat constantly? I mean, besides Christmas Story, they show Christmas Carol. Scrooge, right? My favorite thing as a kid, I would try and stay awake to look at that ghost, that hooded thing at the end that like points at the grave. See the shadow? Like that was my grandmother, like that. She smoked Newport 100s. With like the lighter and the plastic. She would hiss at me from, I don't know if it was an oxygen tent, to me it looked like a cage. Like everything was terrifying. She had like the ceramic hands in prayer. Like it was everything with the glass doorknobs that I used to pretend were like a diamond ring, and they'd be like, stop it! Like they were afraid I was gay. She would hiss at me from her oxygen tent. She would go, Frank, I will kill you if you ever bring home a black girl. And I thought, oh my God, how am I going to tell her about Lionel? You guys, I'm Frank Liotti. Thank you so much. Please, stay strong, stay politically active. Keep going with the lovely Joanne.